like saying, hey, I just don't know what it is I need to do. I just attended Belbin training, I just attended emotional intelligence, I just attended 7 languages of appreciation, I just attended crucial conversations. But what the hell? I don't know how to use one along with the other. Let's look in the life of my friend Prasad, for instance. Let's call him Prasad for a pretty common name. So leadership today, and in the life of Prasad, he can't connect with the stakeholders. He can't develop an emotional bond. He has trouble holding a conversation. He has trouble enabling trust and demonstrating a trusted advisor relationship. So what is the problem? Any one of these aforementioned trainings which I talked about is not going to solve his worst nightmare. It's a combination of all this, because leadership today isn't just about strategy or targets. It's about making a connection, driving performance, sustaining teams through change. In this short video, I'm going to take you in the next 4 minutes through how do I interchangeably use the 7 languages of appreciation, emotional intelligence, leadership styles, crucial conversations, and how to use them in relation to each other and help them work for you. Now, let me start with, what is the 7 languages of appreciation? Does that mean that I have to keep on appreciating my team members 7 times? No. Even if I make time for my team members, I take out time, I invest energy in having a conversation with them. That is a way of showing appreciation also. So the 7 languages of appreciation remind us that we feel valued in different ways. For some people, someone making time for them is appreciating. For some people, mere words in a public forum is appreciating. For other people, it is growth opportunities or service opportunities is appreciation. So different people view appreciation differently. For Prasad, in the life of Prasad, maybe his team member Meghna would want more time from him, and then that is when she feels appreciated. For Priya, it is talking about her achievements in public in front of the team makes her feel appreciated. For somebody else, it would be something, and so on and so on. Now, how do I decipher all these? And let's look at an example. If I'm a task-driven leader for example, with low empathy, I might rely on tangible gifts of formal recognition, but these are just 2 of the 7 languages. A team member who values my time will feel unseen unless I invest in the time and not just giving away the rewards. And how do I use emotional intelligence here? Emotional intelligence, to connect the dots, helps recognize which language is suited to which person. Let me go a little bit deeper into the life of Prasad. Let me now look at leadership styles, or some people call it the 6 thinking hats. Some people might also call it Belbin, some people might call it DISC, some people might call it colors. Okay. How does leadership style play into emotional intelligence and into the languages of appreciation? Think of leadership styles as your delivery system, as your courier system. How emotional intelligence and appreciation actually show up in action. A coaching style that Prasad would probably uses empathy and growth as appreciation. Also, if I'm a democratic leader, I give equal opportunities to everyone, quality time given to all my team members, collaborating with them, sharing the decision making. If I'm an affirmative leader with another team member, I lean into the words of affirmation and team bonding, which is also one of the languages of appreciation. While a pace-setting leader, if I set the pace for my team, set the standard for my team, I also might need to consciously slow down to express appreciation more intentionally for some people. Some people might want me to pace myself to them. My leadership style should flex and should not switch off at any time. At the same time, not only depending on the emotional needs of my team, I should also connect to the operating method that they like to follow. Let me go to the third part. Now, I've talked about 7 languages of appreciation. I've also talked about emotional intelligence to some extent. I've also talked about leadership styles being the delivery system. Now let me look at the words that come out of my mouth, the crucial conversation skills. Leadership isn't just about appreciation, and it's about the courage to hold a crucial conversation when it's required to. In a high stakes, emotionally charged moment, when performance slips, when trust breaks, for example, the reports don't come on time, or the team member cannot make reports, my feedback gets pretty uncomfortable. So in the life of Prasad, for instance, this secret is same as emotional intelligence, to show appreciation and also help stay calm, stay curious, be respectful even in a tough situation, in a tough conversation. It's quite difficult to do that. For example, instead of saying, this is not done, you're missing the deadline, you might want to say, I noticed the last 2 reports have not come in on time and this is making us look bad. Can we explore what we can do better? Just take my own example. Yesterday, for instance, a lot of reports came late. So instead of covering for them, I sat with them and ensured that the report got made. I missed my lunch, I missed my tea, but I ensured that I worked with them, and that is where I demonstrated appreciation, emotional intelligence, flexing my leadership style, and also having a tough conversation with them. So I blended clarity, compassion, curiosity, and confrontation into a collaborative situation. Now let me look at the final part, which is to bring it all together, where I have to bring 7 languages of appreciation, how I express value, what we did for Prasad, or what Prasad did. Emotional intelligence, how I understand and regulate my emotions where required. People will still do wrong. That doesn't mean as a leader I need to go soft. Correct them where it is required. My leadership style is how I adapt to the context and how I set the context and set and flex myself to people. The conversation is how I navigate conflict and talk about the truth with care. Because we don't just manage a team, we manage human beings. Human beings are moody. Human beings don't all have a good day. Human beings have different sets of problems when they come into the workplace. And that's what modern leadership looks like. It's about head, heart, honesty, and working together. And ensuring, yes, talk tough, but do it with your eyes focused on the person. So your eyes give a feeling of trust, and they also tell the person that he means business. Thank you.